Segment of Sunset with Dr. J, where we're here in the studio live, broadcasting Mental Health Ministries 2, Mental Health and Ministry 2. And we have a great program for you today, and we thank God that you tuned in to Sunset with Dr. J at YouTube, or you can visit us at the World Wide Web at www.urojas.org, urojas.org. And if you feel like asking questions, you can call us up between the hours of 9 and 5 at 510-567-3173 right at our office headquarters in Deep East Oakland. We thank you, loved ones, for tuning in. We have a very special program today as we deal with mental health issues, which is primarily, I would say, in at least 40% of the homes throughout America. There's a lot of people living with mental health issues that are unaddressed. And I think, you guys, it's time to begin addressing these issues so we can begin to heal our communities and see things turn around from just about every age range, age group of individuals. Do you know that every time a loved one is killed in the family by tragedy or some other means of death, it affects at least 3 generations in that family, from the youngest to the mid-age and to every senior in the household who's probably responsible for all the duties. And not to mention the uncle that's away in prison. We can't forget about him. Even though he's sitting in a jail cell somewhere, he gets the message that he just lost someone in his family that was dear to his heart. How do you think he's going to respond to that? So again, we have some questions, we have some answers, we got some things we're going to share with you tonight. And before we go any further, let's introduce our guest tonight. Right here, right. Brother, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, my name is Caldwell. I'm lead singer for what I consider a dynamic group, P.E.E.R.S. I'm currently working as a community liaison for P.E.E.R.S. That's P.E.E.R.S. Envisioning and Engaging Recovery Services, a company which I am most just proud and ecstatic about being a part of. Call us the duo company. A lot of folks talk about it. P.E.E.R.S. does it.
That's what you're talking about, man. I believe that to be true. P.E.E.R.S. is doing great work in the city of Oakland, California. Thank you for that intro, brother. Nice and warm. And who do we have here to my far left? Can you tell the world a little bit about yourself? You've been on the show once, but this is the second time on the show. What's going on?
My name is Leann Simpson. I'm the community liaison for P.E.E.R.S. I have a few affiliations. I've worked for the school district. I've worked with kids for 15 years.
I want to talk about that tonight.
Okay. I graduated from San Francisco State University, so go SFSU.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
I'm the community liaison for P.E.E.R.S. and also 2-year advocate for a program called SOLVE with the Mental Health Association of San Francisco.
Your place is big. Are you also a parent?
No, not yet.
No? Okay. We're working on that.
Spiritually, yes.
Spiritually.
Physically,
Right. Wonderful. So again, right here tonight, Sunset with Dr. J, you have Mental Health and Ministry 2, where we're talking about P.E.E.R.S. I just want to target that for a moment because P.E.E.R.S. stands for what now?
P.E.E.R.S. Envisioning and Engaging in Recovery Services.
So she said recovery services. So now we have some mental health and we have some recovery. So, Brother Harry, can you tell us a little about how those two work together?
Yes. A little bit more. P.E.E.R.S. is actually a nonprofit organization which funded by Alameda County to head what they call the social inclusion campaign.
Right.
And one of their visions is to eradicate or reduce stigma and discrimination to people with mental health issues and substance abuse challenges. So like a lot of us folks out there, even though we have not been medically diagnosed with mental health issues, there has to be some concerns when a fella spends 42 years on hardcore drugs. There has to be some underlying issues about that, and we can just kind of tie those in together. And actually, drugs are probably a major gateway to folks that are not hereditarily.
For 42 years for anybody, that's got to be mental. There's something going on there besides the drugs.
It's got to be.
Wow. So P.E.E.R.S. really kind of supports these type of individuals, or get involved with these groups, organizations, or how do they really function? I mean, I know they're doing a great work with their staffing, but in terms of reaching the community and reaching out, what are some of the good things that they're doing?
Good things they did. They hired folks like myself.
All right.
to do outreach. So we are the connection between from P.E.E.R.S. or the help that's needed to the community.
Wow.
So we are the direct link. We are like the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? We're like the tunnel at the bar station tunnel from Oakland to San Francisco.
To the community,
to the community. So
services to the community.
Right there. So we're just hands on. And as we practice we have a lot of evidence-based practices that have been proven to work in promoting wellness and wholeness in the mental health community. So those workshops and trainings are readily available because of P.E.E.R.S. to the community, as you were like.
That's right. We give a lot of presentations. We have a Welcoming Communities presentation coming up on June 19th.
That's good.
From 8:30 in the morning until 10. And this is geared about eliminating stigma and exploring stigma, but it's mostly for businesses who want to say, get certification from our organization saying, I've went through the training and here's my sticker and I'm putting it up in the business, or here's my certification, I'm putting it up in the business. And this is to show that I believe in an all-inclusive society. I believe in eliminating stigma and discrimination.
That's good.
So it's the Welcoming Communities Workshop on June 19th from 8:30 to 10.
Okay.
Oh, and did I say it was consumer ran?
Consumer ran.
It is consumer ran.
It's consumer ran. So we also sent out a message that you too can recover, and consumers can you live normal lives. We can live, love, work, pray, and play.
Now, I'm very familiar with P.E.E.R.S. because I sat on the steering committee with Food Consumer Champions for over 2 years. I watched P.E.E.R.S. come into its fruition, so to speak, and at least begin to open that portal, that gateway to the community and to bring brothers on like you and sisters on like you to be hired. Now, you have a history, right? Mental health history?
I'm actually dual diagnosis, actually.
Okay.
I have 3 diagnoses. I used to use drugs back when I was a teenager.
Wow.
And so I have a drug history.
Wow.
And then I'm bipolar disorder as well, bipolar 1. There's 2 different kinds. There's bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. Bipolar 1 is the more severe, which is what I am. I'm bipolar 2. And I also experienced trauma, especially in the hospitals and with different things. So I'm also PTSD as well.
Wow. Well, I definitely joined the party on bipolar 1. I was diagnosed in the 80s, and I went through a whole series of bipolar disorders, as well as being institutionalized. And, therapy and psychotropics for years. So, but we made it out of that thing, even though it took well over 7 years plus to fully get myself back engaged where I understood it and operated from a different standpoint without falling totally back into it. But sometimes you can tip into it, and sometimes you can fall back into it. You're back needing to go back into behind the wall. Yeah, so I do understand that. And I raise that because I'm hearing, again, that P.E.E.R.S. even hires individuals that have these type of issues. And that's just wonderful for an organization to embrace someone that has a mental health challenge and will give them a job.